episode 9 of Trev's Top 10s here on Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. That's too sweet. Anyway, now that I've given you guys 31 videos for 31 retro reverse jerseys, I figured it's about time I do a top 10. Well, 2 top 10s. This is the first one. We're talking about the hits. Give you a good guess as to what the next one's about, but we'll cross that bridge when we're there. But having said all that, let's get to it. So in an effort to look like the NBA, really why other reason, and to gouge everybody else's pockets full of their hard-earned dollars, the NHL released 31 thirds or fourths, depending on how you look at it. Some teams, this is their first thirds. A lot of teams, this is a fourth. Today, I'm going over my 10 favorites. The ones that I thought really made a good impression, not just on me, but probably on general public. I mean, not everybody has to agree with me. This is my top 10s after all. And you're welcome to have your opinion. Hell, if you want to, you can give me your top 10s down below. But let's jump in on number 10. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know it's Pittsburgh. I know you know my thoughts on the Penguins, but hear me out. The fact that this is going back to a well-liked period says enough. I mean, missing Robo Penguin aside, it's finally nice to see this kind of style of jersey in white. You know, considering this how it should have went in the 90s, but it didn't. You know, the 90s were a confusing time for a lot of people. But all in all, it's still a pretty sweet one to look at. I would think when they were pressed with this, they could have went in a few different directions. And like I said in the video as well, I was expecting the giant N with the star on it, but the fact that they made the North Star's colors their own and incorporated into their own style, that was awesome. That was awesome. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better. It's not so much because of the way they crossed 2 eras. Well, actually, mostly it is. But the fact that they pulled it off nicely. Like, I mean, normally this is usually reserved for their heritage jersey, the black-white version of it. But the fact that they can mix this with the foreign blue and the gold, absolute thing of beauty. Again, hear me out. I know, you should know my opinion on the Flyers, but hear me out. The simplest thing. White where black is, black where white is. Made this very, very nice to look at. Again, I said it in the video, they did really good in this, and it is a thing of beauty. So who would have thought a simple color swap would have made all the difference? But as I pointed out in the video, it's the victory bars that do it for me. I always thought that was the neatest little gimmick for their jersey, and seeing them come back, it's pretty awesome. I've said time and time again that Chicago very rarely FUBARs a jersey, and they proved their point here. I mean, the fact that it's gone as far back into their history of jerseys, I guess. The fact that it's also 2 words, Black Hawks, not Blackhawks. It only made this one so much better. So much better. And yeah, Jersey, Chicago, it's always a good thing. Aside from the giant buffalo on the bottom, if you know my point of view on names on jerseys, or more specifically city names, team nicknames, whatever have you, aside from that, we can look past that. Giving it the current touch as opposed to the former touch, I think only made this jersey better. It's really a nice one to look at. It really is. For me, it's not so much because it's minimalistic, because there's a lot of red missing here. It's blasty. It's always been blasty. It is. Oh, I've always been a fan of blasty. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the design. Maybe it's just the way it presents itself. But blasty's always been one of my favorite jerseys to look at, and I'm glad it made a comeback. It's good to see a classic make a comeback. We don't deserve nice things like this, but when we get them, all we can do is just be thankful, because this is absolute beauty, and that's probably my own bias. Like I said in the video, this was the first Sharks jersey I ever bought, minus the gray where teal is, because the teal was there, not the gray. But am I ever happy to see this one back? For those who know me, for those who have known how well I've appreciated this jersey for well over 15, 20 years, this was obviously going to be the winner. Obviously. Just because this is so, I don't want to say iconic, but it's such a classy jersey. I mean, really, what else good can I say about it? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to get my hands on it. So that was episode 9 of Trev's Top 10s here on Trev's Hockey Show. Well, thank you for tuning in. Your viewership always means so much to me. Always has, always will. You know this, because we're here. We're here. And if this helped you in saving the time of watching the actual videos, then hey, I'm glad I helped that too. But you can find all the videos to all the jerseys in this video in the description below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. That red button, you know what to do. I've told you enough times, you know what to do. Let's get to 50. All my socials are in the description down below. Moving forward, you take the good, you have to have the bad. It's like yin and yang. One can never be present without the threat of the other. So, next top 10 is my picks on the worst of the retro reverse jerseys. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, you're looking for more videos from Trev. Later.